Class, in this video we will work out questions related to completing the square, solving quadratic equation using completing the square method. So in that respect, we are told that solve for 2x, solve for 2x, solve for 2x raised to power 2 plus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. So that is the question that we ought to work out. Now we need to make the coefficient 1 by dividing both sides by 2. You know very well that this is 2x. The coefficient of x is 2x. So we will divide both sides by 2 to make the coefficient coefficient 1. So when we divide this by 2, we will get x. 2x divided by 2. This one we shall divide by 2, by 2, by 2. Okay? So when we divide everything by 2, we will get the values here, x squared plus 2x equivalent to negative a half. So this a half, we just cross the other equal sign, we get negative a half. Now we need to add 1 to complete the square. We need to add 1 to complete the square on the left hand side, and the same thing we do on the right hand side. So we'll say x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equals to negative a half plus 1. So further, we will now work out the question. Here we will now say x plus 1 raised to power 2 is equivalent to a half. Is equivalent to a half. This implies that this implies that we shall say x plus 1 is equivalent to the square root of a half. We are now square rooting this side and square rooting the other side. Now the square root of a half is the same as the square root of 0.5. So we will say x is going to be equals to 1. We are either going to add or subtract the square root of 0.5. We are either going to add or subtract the square root of 0.5. Now the square root of 0.5 is equivalent to what is the square root of 0.5? Is equivalent to 0.7071. So the value of x finally will be, if we add 1 to that, we shall have if we add 1 or subtract to that, we shall have now 0.2929 or negative 1.7071. Very important. So this is how to work to complete the square. You remember, we have to make first we have to make coefficient of x to be 1 by dividing by everything by 2. Then from there we complete the square as you have seen the procedure. We meet in the next lesson. Thank you.